Hello! So today we're gonna make our own sea turtles out of clay. And I thought it'd be easier to do a video than talk about it all the time. So here is clay. What you're gonna need is clay. You're gonna have a little cup of water at your table. You're gonna have one of these pokey things. Be sure to be safe with it. And you might have some clay tools. And this is what your clay is gonna look like. Clay is kind of just like fancy mud. And we use it, and then we cook it, and then it gets hard. So what we need is to divide this up into two. So I'm going to take this, and this is going to be for my details, and then this is going to be for my shell. So then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to squeeze, 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 and roll it until it's in a nice, pretty ball. So I'm squeezing it in my hands, and then I'm rolling it. Squeeze, 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 and roll. So now I have my ball for my sea turtle. So this is going to be my shell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pinch it out and almost make what's called a pinch pot. And that just means that we're pinching it to make it round. So I have it. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to stick it right down the middle. I don't want to go all the way through. Just kind of deep, if you can see. So I made it into a ball, and then I put my thumb in the middle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch around the edges. So I stuck my thumb in, and now I'm pinching the sides. And I'm going to keep pinching this until it starts to create almost like a turtle shell. So I'm going to pinch, 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 and I don't want to make it too thin. And I want to pinch the same all around, because if I pinch really hard on this side, it'll make it really thin. And if I pinch really softly on this side, it'll make it really thick. So I'm making for sure that it's even too. So I'm going to keep working on my shell, and I'll be back. Okay, so now I have the basic part of my shell done. So I pinched around until I made it like a big round shell. So now I have all this stuff that I pinched off earlier. And I'm going to use these to make my four legs, my tail, and my head. So I can take this and I can use that for my head. And then I want to make sure my feet are even. So I'm making for sure I'm pinching off right about the same amount of clay. And then here's for his tail. So for his tail, I'm going to roll it into a little circle. And then I'm going to flatten it out a little bit. And so now how we add this on is important. So you want to use your pokey thing, and you want to, wherever you want it to go, you want to make some lines, because this will help it stick. So I'm taking my pokey thing and I'm making some lines, and then on my tail I'm going to make some lines. And then I want to use just a little bit. If I use too much, it'll make my clay muddy, but just a little bit of water right there where I want it to go. The water is almost like glue. And then I'm going to stick it on there. And then I'm going to smooth it just a little bit, just so I can make for sure it really stays. So now I have my turtle's tail. And now I can use these, and I'm going to roll it and make his feet. So here's one leg. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make some little lines where I want it to go. So you can see I'm using this. And I'm using my pokey thing. And I'm making some little lines lightly. And then my leg, where I want it to go, I'm going to make some more little lines. Like that. And then I'm going to dip my finger in the water and get a little bit of water and put it on there almost like it's glue, so I can stick it onto here. And then I'm going to squeeze them together a little bit, not too hard. And then I'm going to smooth it. And so now he has another leg. And I'm going to go ahead and add on my other legs, and I will be back. So now I got my legs on here. I can flip them over, and now I'm going to make my head. So I'm taking my leftovers, maybe I'll take a little bit more, and I'm going to roll it into another little ball. So I'm rolling and rolling. And then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to attach it underneath right here. So I made my head, and maybe I'm going to pinch it just a little bit, just so it's easier to put on here. And then I'm going to make my lines like we've been doing. So I'm taking it, and then I'm going to take it right here and make some lines. And then I'm going to take a little bit of water and a little bit of water on here. And then I'm going to squish it in there. And there's his head, his little turtle head. And then you can adjust it as you want. But that's the basics of it. And then you have a little turtle. And you have all of these different tools that you can use that can help you smooth your clay if you want to smooth it. It can help you add texture if you want to add texture. And it'll help you add different designs on top. But that's it, kindergarten. Here's the inside, here's the outside, looking all around my turtle. I'm excited to see how your guys' turtles come out. I will see you guys all probably in class right now or later.